Welcome guys, HaKDMoDz here with a Windows Vista installation into a Virtualbox tutorial. Okay, first off we'll open up Virtualbox, select New, insert Windows Vista, whatever you want to call your Virtualbox. Next select your RAM size. We'll be selecting 3 gigs of RAM for this installation, so that's 3074. Next we'll be leaving that alone, leave that alone, leave that alone. Okay, leave that alone. Okay, that's done. Now go to settings. From settings we'll go to the middle one, select bidirectional, that's so you can share between host and guest. Select the bottom, host EFI has to be unselected, but select UTC. And we'll be removing the floppy since they're non-usable anymore. Moving hard drive up, CD drive up, and selecting UTC. Okay, next we'll be giving it a 3 CPU process power, and we'll be leaving all them ticked as they were. Okay, we'll be giving it 128 megs of RAM, and we'll be selecting 3D graphics. Okay, next this is the important part, we'll be selecting the ISO image for the Windows Vista. So get that from the download, the link will be in the description. Let me go through and find mine. Where did I put it? Oh, there it is. Okay, so once you've selected the ISO, next what you'll be doing is going through. None of them need checking, but I'll be inserting my wireless LAN card. So if you got one and it's USB operated, go through and do that within the USB tab. Okay, next go Start at the top within Virtualbox. Okay, it's going to pause and start and stop and get black screens and blue screens throughout the tutorial, but I guarantee it will install if you follow the instructions. This is the second in the series of my virtualization series playlist. To come will be things such as Linux-based operating systems and further Windows operating-based systems, as well as Macintosh systems. Yeah. There'll be quite a few after the series is ended. Okay, so just follow along. In some places I've chopped out bits, so not chopped it out but fast forwarded it so that it doesn't take forever for the video to keep the capacity down in size. So at them places I'll tell you just to pause my video, that way you can keep up. This here is one of them. The bar will be going across for you guys eventually, depending on the CPU power and whatnot of your computer. And remember, if you give it a virtualization of say 1 gig RAM, you need to give it 2 CPUs. So same as if you give it 2 gigs of RAM, you need to give it 4 CPUs, doubling capacity. That way it can handle itself. Okay, now this is paused, and the Virtualbox has run into an error. It'll pause here in a second, which is normal. What we need to do after that is unpause it within the Virtualbox. I don't know why it does this, but it has done it for me a few times. But I guarantee Windows Vista will be installed at the end of the tutorial. You'll notice because at the top it says running or it says paused. See, it says paused there now. So to unpause it, all we got to do is switch back to the Virtualbox and get into the Virtualbox and go pause, which is as good as resume. There you go, now it's running. Now it says an error has occurred during blah blah blah. Don't worry about that, just leave it be. Click OK or ignore. Okay, sorry, not ignore. Okay, let it do its thing. It'll take some time. Okay. Okay, so now select your language, select your keyboard input method, select I agree to the terms and conditions that are released by the Windows. This is for learning purposes, installing within VirtualBox, and that's my disclaimer. Okay, let it copy the files. Pause the video here because as I've fast forwarded it, or I'm about to fast forward it actually. So when on the video, just pause it, keep up, and then when it's ready on your machine, unpause it. I had to pause it, otherwise the video was going to be like 2 hours long. Okay, to install Windows Vista will take you about 2 hours, as it's an operating system of large capacity, and it's pretty much the uselessest Windows installation possible out there. All the rest, as you'll see in the rest of my series, take less time than that, but this one takes forever for some reason. Anyway, unpause the video now if you've caught up. Okay, let it go through, do its ticks. Installing updates. I should have skipped the updates, but I thought I'd better go through and show you how to do them at the same time. In the end of the video, we'll be learning how to do the guest box additions, so that you can get full screen without the scroll bars, which are annoying. I'll also be showing you how to do the set an icon for the shortcut for your VirtualBox, so you can one click opens your operating system. And also I'll be showing you how to do a snapshot in case you want to make changes to the system via updates or whatever, and you need a rollback time point. But that'll be later in the video. Okay, I'm going to shut up here for a bit now and just leave it go. Okay, it's doing that automatically by itself, resizing the constraints. So just let it do its thing. Okay, we're getting there, guys. It's nearly done. It's taken probably about an hour and a half to get to here, I think. Yeah, maybe less. As I said earlier, Windows Vista is a large installation process and will take time, so just be patient. we're back to the text sheet. Okay, just be patient, keep letting it do whatever it's doing. A lot of the times you'll think that it's not doing anything, and the way to tell that is down the bottom on the disk on the right hand side at the very end. You'll see a little green light and a red light that flashes over the last icon from the right. That indicates that the hard drive is actually working. See the green light? While this is all doing its thing and it's taking time, go down to the subscribe button for me and hit that and the like. Thank you. Okay guys, coming up next, soon to come in the video and in the installation process, is the setting up of the user accounts. Okay, so there we go. Enter your username that you want for your Windows Vista and your password. I don't think a password is required, but good practice though. Select your PC name or your host name. This is to identify the host within the network, which is handy if you're using a Virtualbox for penetration testing, such as within your home network or your outside WAN. Select your home time and your region. Select your home network, whether you'll be using homework or public. I'm at home, so I'm working home. Thank you for watching. Okay, next off we'll be letting it do its thing, and we'll be installing the guest box edition for full screen access. I might have to do a restart here first. Not sure what it's doing, why it's taking so long here. Just be patient. Okay, a reset's going to be necessary. No, it's not. Okay, it's doing something, I'm not sure what. Here we go, getting it done. If you're not up to these screens yet, just pause the video here until you get to this screen. Doing something, you can see as the red and green light down the bottom as I instructed before. Okay. this takes its time, so I'll fast forward a bit here. Just pause, let your computer catch up, or you might even have a better computer and already be through all this stuff, in which case slow down a bit. Installing our operating systems within VirtualBox is quite easy. Some have different steps and procedures, and throughout my series you'll learn the steps to installing different operating systems. Okay, we've got a blue screen here, which is okay. I've had this several times. It doesn't matter. All you got to do is reset your system. To do that, we go into VirtualBox and we right click it and we go down to reset. There we go, that's reset the VirtualBox. It does this again in a minute, I'm pretty sure. It's normal, doesn't matter. Just go hit enter here when to start Windows normally. You know you're on the road because it wouldn't have start Windows normally if Windows wasn't partially installed yet, so you know it's getting there. There it goes, it's done it again, I think. It's paused. Okay, we need to run it again. Not reset this time, just run. Unpause. Just follow along what I do anyway. Okay, it's slowly installing. Just select OK to this message. And resume. So just right click and go to pause. We can push Control and P. That'll resume. That's the last time you'll have to do that. Okay, now it's really starting to think. It's about to boot up. Okay, so now it's nearly successfully installed. The system will boot up in a second. Here we go. Okay, now it's configuring the Windows updates. If you selected no updates, well then you'll be booted up by now. In which case, just hold on. And if you're still waiting and aren't up to this section yet, just pause the video until you are. Okay, select the user that you've created. Okay, there we go. We got Windows Vista within a VirtualBox within your host operating system. So next off, we'll be installing the guest editions, which gives it full screen without the scroll bars. So to do that, go up to devices, go up to devices and then go down to install guest editions. Okay, we want to run the VBox guest editions exe. Okay, that'll do its thing. Go select continue for the security preference. Select next. Select next. Select install. Don't worry about the direct 3D, you won't have that. You can select yes anyway though. Okay, select yes to this. Okay, and install without the tick in that 3D, otherwise you'll end up with that error I just had to do. Okay, let it do its thing. It's installing the VBox guest editions. Yes. Click install. Install. It's nearly done. Okay, we need to reboot, so click finish. The Windows Vista will go down and reboot within the VirtualBox, which is what we've successfully accomplished by following this tutorial. Stay tuned though, because I'll show you a few more tricks. Okay, so now you will have installed the guest box edition, which will give you full screen. To operate that within full screen, you need to use the host and F. Host on the VirtualBox is the right side control button. So host, control button and F to initiate full screen mode, which is the VirtualBox's guest edition applications part. Okay, while this Windows Vista is rebooting, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Okay, select your login. Next we'll be doing a snapshot and a shortcut icon within your host operating system's desktop. But Windows Vista is successfully installed now. Okay, there we go. So you got full screen now because you installed the guest box additions. Okay, so now go back to the Virtualbox, and what we want to do is go to the snapshot. So on the right hand side, see snapshot, and we'll be clicking the camera on in the center of that screen, and type whatever you want to type your installation restore point, and then type the date or whatever description you want to give it. And therefore it's creating the restore point for that Virtualbox image. Okay, so next what we want to do is create a custom icon. So see down the bottom, I've got Red Hat, I've got Linux, I've got Fedora, I've got Windows 8 and the Zypan. They're within the other tutorials that I've taught in this series, so if you want to check out them, check out them. Okay, so all the icons for the tutorials will be in the description, and you just set the icon by right clicking over it and go set create desktop shortcut, and then go into properties and then set the properties to whatever icon you want, and then click apply. Just follow how I just did that then. I'm HaKDMoDz. Thanks for watching. Please like, rate and subscribe. Definitely subscribe. Peace.